Let's just make it quick. Hey, how's it going? I'm Thatcher. This is Woody Two Shoes. It's episode 2. Sam Buck, my good friend Sam Buck. He's a comedian. He's got a podcast called Bucked Up, which you'll probably hear him plug about 11 times during this episode. But it was just a fun little conversation we had. We talk a lot of shit to each other. Other than that, nothing exciting. Thanks for joining us. If you've made it this far and you're still listening to me, if you want to go click that subscribe button, that would be fantastic, because why not? Doesn't cost anything. And if you are watching this, you probably consider yourself a friend or an acquaintance. So, hey, hook a brother up, right? So, click that thing real quick. And then other than that, hopefully I'm going to be releasing these episodes every Tuesday. As you can see, I'm in a different studio setup than these first few episodes. It's because we've moved on to bigger and better things. And we're actually we've got a couple of segments that we do that are goofy. And we have some fun. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And we'll see you next Tuesday.
And that's how we start the podcast. Let's go.
You started off this episode by going, I'm not old.
Repping for the zombie apocalypse, and we're prioritizing
PlayStation's first.
PlayStation.
This is why we're gonna die first.
Did I just get the golden fucking touch?
And then I have to explain to you websites.
You did.
That's what the Texas butthole tickler used to say when he ran away.
Trunchbull.
All right, good pull.
Was she?
What the fuck did you
Dicks.
And Rich is fucking full-blown making out with this lady.
Quality content.
Hey.
I'm the type of
You're not
person.
gonna wear that?
I'm not gonna wear that.
Well,
I
then
can't
I'm not
see.
gonna fucking wear this.
I'm the type of person that if someone, are we recording right now? Yeah. I'm the type of person that if someone tells me that I need to see a movie, I probably won't see it. And growing up, I was told to see Big Trouble in Little China so many times by my dad. He had the DVD, and I just never wanted to see it, so I never did. So that it was a long-winded way of answering your question.
I always did that with girls.
Long-winded stories and ruining
That too, but
ruining the end.
no, my friends telling me, dude, go up and talk to her, like go say something. You gotta go up and do. And every time, you're just like, no, you're not.
I think it's a
helping.
little different. I think that's because you're too nervous to talk to girls,
Yeah.
and mine is just I don't want to give up 3 hours
But
of
it's
wasted time to a shitty movie.
Don't fucking pretend like you know what's inside my head. I'm making the analogy.
I'll Cherokee your ass.
dude,
I'll
we
open
can-
up
we
that
can
head
fist-
and I'll go through your
We
brain.
can fist fight episode 2. It'll be a
Dude,
great way to break it up.
episode
That'll
2.
be the best clip. Episode
It's
2.
you and me getting in a fist fight.
Sam, the
I'll have
table
to hold
gets
the
kicked
camera
up.
Get it.
Is Rich on camera? Can we
No.
look at his stupid
Rich-
hats?
When we
We
figure
don't
this,
have audio hooked into this computer right now.
you could have Rich on camera. He could
No,
turn.
only audio's hooked in. We don't have video.
Yeah, but we could have Rich on the.
Wait, there's no video at all to this?
No, not even this camera pointing this way.
You're not gonna see the.
There's
video.
there's no video playing.
Everybody, shut the fuck up for 2 seconds and listen. The video feed is recording on the camera. Right now, we're missing the wire that allows us to just feed that directly into the computer.
This is a great episode.
The
so
audio
far.
is recording on the computer. We could have Rich's cute face every once in a while on this episode if we used the camera on the laptop, because it could be on right now. That's how we recorded episode 1. The audio just shows Rich's face the whole time on the laptop camera.
Rich just chugged that water bottle like a fucking
he did.
boss.
It had the bomb ass 4C iced tea mix in it.
Oh shit, getting fancy up
By the
in
way,
here.
this episode is sponsored by 4C Iced Tea Mix.
Cape Cod Community College iced tea mix.
I don't know what it is, but they got a great iced tea program over there at the community college. What the fuck was I talking about? You got me distracted about my goddamn analogy.
You were saying that I was Raiden
It's
and I was on the pod. You were introducing me.
The resistance.
You were introducing me to your podcast. You can watch Bucked Up on YouTube, Apple,
By
Spotify.
the way,
I'm Sam Buck.
this is Sam Buck, my friend, comedian. He has a podcast. I'll let him do all his promos and drops for that. What do they call them? My
Plugs.
Plugs. Drops. Listen,
You're such an old fuck.
I'm fucking new at this, people.
You're not. You're old. You're not new.
I'm new at podcasting, people. And I'm not that old.
I'm just gonna come on
Sam
here
Buck.
and roast you.
Fuck it. Let's do it. It'll make for whatever makes for good content. I don't give a shit. Anyway, plug your shit, Sam Buck.
All right. Plugs in the beginning. Okay. I need to.
We'll do plugs at the end.
I feel like I need to sell myself. I'm Sam Buck. I have a podcast called Bucked Up. You can find it on Apple, Spotify, YouTube. It's great. He was on episode 4. We just passed 5,000 views. So you should check it out. So you're not a fucking loser who got on it too late.
Yeah, don't be a loser. Subscribe to Bucked Up.
Thank you for that.
Be in at the beginning. Be a winner.
Have you figured out a name for your show yet?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna call it Woody Two Shoes.
I'm happy to be on episode 2 of Woody Two
This
Shoes.
is technically episode 1 of Woody Two Shoes because episode 1 of Woody Two Shoes was kind of called Speak No Evil, which
You don't want to get sued.
I kind of liked, but also I was never really 100% on anyway. It's one of those things where you're putting out the podcast and you feel like it needs a fucking name. And I was thinking, fuck it, we'll just go nameless, and by the episode 12, it'll just be the Nameless Podcast, or the podcast with no name. Yeah, I know.
Talk into the microphone, motherfucker.
Yeah, pick up your fucking mic, Rich, dude. Act professional.
Why?
Dude, you need to
Huh?
fire your producer episode
Huh?
2.
Yeah. Why?
Why, you don't want to be heard?
What?
They can still hear you.
He's
on
getting
it.
paid $50,000 a year for this
Yeah,
job.
dude, I
He
cannot
has
believe
benefits. He has dental.
Yeah.
Rich has
Wait, yeah.
dental, and he won't even pick up
the
his
amount of
fucking
resistance I've
microphone.
gotten already inside of the first 2 episodes is insane.
You drive a brand new Kia Sorento. What are you doing with this attitude?
Rich just likes to be Rich
I
likes to,
wish.
Rich likes to be incognito. Let's just let Rich be incognito.
Wish I had
It's
a
fine.
Kia.
So now what the fuck were we? What? I got lost. This is what I need. Yeah, that's why I need people around.
You
I
had
get so
you let
distracted.
me do my plugs.
Oh yeah, don't be a fucking loser. Get at the beginning. Then Rich said a thing, and then we were like, get close to the mic, and then Rich was like, what?
You know what I love about Woody Two Shoes
Oh, that's what we were talking about. The,
The
name,
name,
of my
yeah.
stupid.
is because even if the episodes aren't funny, you always got a joke on your shirt.
Was that? I'm sorry, I missed the punchline. I'm not. I'm baked.
I thought it was funny
Woody Two Shoes.
because you always got puns on your shirt.
Yes, I always have puns on my shirt.
I always have rap tees. You always
I-
got puns.
Oh, also, this episode is, and every episode will be sponsored by $6shirts.com because I will always be wearing a shirt from $6shirts.com
Dude,
because I fucking love my shirts from $6shirts.com.
$6shirts.com
And I
sucks. Go to my website, $5shirts.com. It's just puns with a little bit of spelling errors on
Okay. Fuck Sam shirts. I really do love my shirts though, and I get compliments on them all the time, which is cool too. Not that I wear shirts for compliments, but it's like, yeah, you get it. You get it. Did I get it? We get it.
You can buy Bucked Up shirts at sambuckcomedy.com for $20 plus shipping.
Nice.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Swear to God.
Sam's gonna set a record for plugs in an episode.
No, he doesn't.
Episode to where
How
it's,
come
and
he's not
everyone's
wearing
gonna be
one
like,
of his own shirts?
I get yelled at whenever I wear my own shirts. People are like, you're wearing your own shirt. And I was like, who else is going to wear it?
yeah.
The thing with shirts
I
is
sold one and it was to my grandmother.
you
Like
gotta
someone's
have,
gotta
like-
fucking promote this
you
shit.
gotta get like 10 for yourself, but then give them away as you fucking.
I don't have this extra shirt money to just be buying shirts for
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, me neither.
Do you have money to? Well, you go to $6shirts.com, so you do have money to be buying
Yeah,
shirts
fucking
for
shirt
other.
money up the wazoo.
Dude,
you kidding me?
you need to tag them in
12
this. They're
shirts,
fucking
12
sponsored.
shirts for $78.
Are you kidding me, bro?
That was awesome. I got 2 years worth of T-shirts.
Why
and
isn't
one fell through.
UNICEF fucking collaborating with these fucks?
I don't know, man. And I don't get those
I don't mean to
cultural
get-
references, so don't make me look stupid.
I
on
like
my
that
own podcast.
UNICEF is a cultural reference. Who spilled all the fucking salt over here?
You didn't watch Rich try to make his high C or his 4C iced tea mix in
Oh, 4C. We're sponsored by
Yep.
4C. This is a discombobulated episode so
That's
far.
how it is. Who gives a shit? That's what it is.
That's what
No,
happens when you're sponsored by Cape Cod Community College iced tea
Yeah.
brand.
When you skipped 3 classes at Cape Cod Community College and that's the extent of your fucking college education.
We were talking about names, though. What was the other name of the podcast?
It was Speak No Evil. Then I looked it up and it was taken, of course, because I picked the names and then just go with it before I actually even look up and see if anybody's doing it. And of course, there's a Speak No Evil podcast, and it's about comedy. And now they got a plug and a shout out as well. So we're just plugging and shouting out all sorts of fucking
And then you wanted it to be called Higher Education?
wasted education.
Wasted Education.
Which was the name of what I was hoping was going to be my intro song, but we're having the fucking licensing with things is crazy.
If this is a
This is-
plugs episode, I will plug my producer and an archaeologist. You can find his music on SoundCloud. He produced my intro song. My friend John.
Oh, nice.
Though
Plug John.
we went to see Bert Kreischer with John.
Oh, that's John.
Yeah, he produced my. He's a great, amazing producer, and he produced my intro song.
Oh, nice. Good for him.
He's
I
a
like
great producer. Yeah.
Good for John. Shout out to John.
Shout out John.
So, I'm going to give, I'm acting like I have a million fucking viewers, so no one's going to know this idea anyway.
Wait,
but
you don't have a
listen, this
million
is-
fucking viewers? Why am I on this shit show then?
Because you're my fucking boy, and that's what, we back each other up. Come on.
I am your boy. You're
$1 million
my boy.
idea. $1 billion idea. Why isn't there an app for music licensing? It's almost like an insurance company. Like the app finds all these licensing, like any
I feel like-
licensing deal you want. Because the average Joe wants to put a cool song on their fun video. They can't, and then they get strikes, or they're gonna have issues with YouTube, or it's just licensing is so crazy. You can't just make a fun video with 3 seconds of your favorite song as even an homage to one of your favorite artists without having licensing issues. So why can't we have the average Joe have the ability to just pay for licensing, a one-time licensing fee? I want to use this on this one little video that I did, so I'm gonna go on this app. I'm gonna find the song through the library, and it's for this particular song. You know, the premiums might be different. It's like, hey, it's gonna cost you fucking $60 one-time fee, 150, whatever the number is. But
Are you creating this app?
I don't have the time or whatever. But
Okay,
this is
good. Because I
another
was about to
one
like you're given, but I think this is a Speak No Evil situation. I feel like if we Googled it, there is a company like this out there.
No, there isn't. But
Oh shit! You picked up the mic. Motherfucking
Every-
professional.
app out there or any person that has a licensing agreement is not gonna like just sign up for this app that you create and you decide
It's
that it's
hard.
okay. You just can't do that. Like
No.
every person that has their music
I'm not
copyrighted owns that
saying-
shit. And so like you just
Dude,
you
he's getting
can't.
paid $50,000 a year with
Rich.
dental
And if you're
insurance.
gonna talk on the
and
mic
he's
this
shitting,
much, you're gonna have to
and
get
he's
on
shitting,
camera, dude.
He's shitting on your idea,
Yeah.
and dude, you're getting, you have adult braces right now because of this man.
Here's what you do. You don't just create the app and all of a sudden think you're gonna find these deals. You actually have to put people in. You have to. It's gonna cost money and investment and time, and you're gonna have money. You're gonna have You're gonna be deep in debt. You're gonna have like investors up your ass about X, Y, and Z because you're gonna have people out there that are seeking out all these different licensing deals, going to the music companies. Like it's not just gonna be let's build the thing and then all of a sudden we'll be able to pay for it. You're gonna have to go out there and find the shit. But I'm not gonna do that. I just wish
Do you want to play footsie while we talk?
No, not really.
Okay.
Not that anyone would see it, but now that you said it, people are gonna be like, "Well, their knees are moving an awful lot." Now I'm gonna be fucking paranoid about my knees, dude.
Dude,
Like,
what
oh shit, just sit.
the fuck is wrong with your knees?
They're gonna think I'm playing footsies with Sam because my knees are moving around a little bit. Like I do this a lot when I'm sitting here.
I do too.
You do, yeah. Now people are gonna think we're fucking playing footsie the whole
What's
time.
wrong with us playing footsie?
It's just weird. It's gonna distract them from the actual conversation and content that's going on.
Because we've been having a great conversation.
We've been having a conversation.
So what's the point of your shirt?
There is no point in my shirt.
It's just space pizza? Like,
Are
what's
you
the...
fucking retarded? That's the NASA symbol.
But it's pizza?
Yeah.
There's no pun to it?
No, it's just pizza instead of NASA, and it's shaped like a slice of pizza. If you're paying attention.
Okay. I
It's
thought...
very similar to the
I
shape
now
of the
understand why it was $6.
It's a fucking ridiculous shirt. Yeah. Sorry I don't have fucking super deep fucking B-side underground rap fucking references on every shirt I wear, dude.
That is I almost wore...
Sorry, not every other one of my shirts is a Boldy James t-shirt.
Good reference. I almost wore that today,
Yeah,
but
of course you did.
I almost wore
That's
khaki
your
shorts.
go-to. That's like your performance shirt. You have like a stage shirt, and it's a Boldy James shirt.
I don't mean to.
That's your gig shirt.
Last night I wore a Buffalo Kids shirt.
I'm just saying. We'll go through your Facebook pics, Sam.
That could
There's
be
a lot
that
of
could be
Boldy
a
James.
segment.
There's a lot of Boldy James up in that bitch.
There's three pictures.
I'm just. Why are you so sensitive about your Boldy James t-shirt?
I just got a tag.
Shout out to Boldy James.
I just got shout out.
We're gonna
to
put this
Baldy
clip
James.
on the rap subreddit. The 30 seconds of us talking dumping on your Boldy. I wasn't even dumping on it. He just wears it a lot. It's a cool shirt.
I just got a
Wait,
text.
by the way, let's talk about that. Speaking of subreddits and Reddit, so you just posted a what on what Reddit that got what?
Oh, the Lloyd clip. Is
Yeah.
that what you're talking about?
No, well, you can talk about that too because we'll use that as my in for talking about Reddit because I don't know what the fuck really Reddit even is.
Oh, perfect. So,
you
yeah,
can
this
break
is
this shit
actually
down for me.
this is actually great. This is a way that people can learn how to market their podcasts better. I guess I'll put it out there.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
So-
that's the idea. We want to learn things here too.
So I had a clip go
Brain
on
is
the
fucking forgetting it, by the
exactly
way.
on the front page of the hip hop subreddit. It got a couple thousand views. And that's just what I like to do to promote my podcast and to get views that aren't just my friends
It's just
on
another
Facebook.
place to put clips. You don't put the full episode.
I don't put the full episode. I cut clips and then I try to find subreddits that are good to post clips, but each subreddit has its own set of rules. So on some subreddits you can't self-promote or you'll get banned. So you have to find subreddits that you can self-promote in.
How do you find these rules? How do you know what's what?
When you go to the subreddit, on the side of the screen there's like a bunch of like whichever
They kinda
subreddit
lay
on.
it out for you right
Exactly,
there.
yeah, and
pretty
it's
clear
it's an
cut.
easy way to market your podcast.
So what's Reddit in general as a whole? Like, what is Reddit?
Oh, dude, Reddit's the best. Rich, you fuck with Reddit? It's like Facebook for like
Rich shook his head. No,
it's
that
like
was a
Facebook
negative
but
answer
for
from me.
specific topics. So if you love golf, you can go to the golf subreddit
Yeah.
and it's just every day the top articles of golf, people talking about golf, or you can do hip hop, or you can do weed, or you can do PS4, or you can talk about PUBG, or you can talk about Fortnite. It's like each thing has a different subreddit.
It's almost a giant forum with.
Exactly.
It's like.
And you can go as specific as you want, or very, very wide on the view.
So it's almost a combination of chat
Yeah.
forum slash post your clip forums, just anything related to this specific topic.
Exactly,
You
but
can
usually
find, interesting content about it, or find ways to find that content through these subreddits. That makes
so I
sense.
don't start out looking for anything. I just record my episode. Yeah, I do. I just record my episode, and then when I listen back to it, I'm like, oh, that's an interesting part. Let me cut it, and then I'm like, oh, let me find subreddits that people would be interested in watching this. Like, I don't want to make people mad by watching it. I want them to actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I find places that hopefully people will enjoy the story that I have to tell or that my guest has to tell on my podcast. And I post it if the rules say that I can self-promote. Like, I had a clip about an actress. Shout out Casey Durkin. I had a clip with a guest, Casey Durkin, and I wanted to post it on the acting subreddit or the movie subreddit. And it was you couldn't self-promote on those subreddits. So, of course, I'm not trying to be rude, so I'm not going to post it on those. But it's too bad because if I was able to, I think that clip would have gotten a lot more views.
All right. I like it, though. I think I understand Reddit now.
I love
Drive.
teaching.
It's a
I
way
like
to
how
tr-
you started off this episode by going, I'm not old. And then I have to explain to you websites.
You say that as if I just discovered the internet like Johnny from fucking Cobra Kai, dude. I understand.
Shout out Cobra Kai. That was a
Cobra Kai's dope.
That's a dope scene.
Cobra Kai is corny as fuck, but the dry humor in it is so good.
Dude, when he finds the internet for the first
Yeah, his
time.
face when he discovers the internet for the first time was fucking priceless, dude.
He like hot babes is the first thing
then
he
he's watching
Googles.
karate videos.
I want to know what he's touching himself to before that. Is he
I don't
still?
think, no, I think he almost like made that move like you're thinking he's
No,
gonna do
I
that,
know,
but
but
he's really just adjusting.
But is he
himself
like?
in
Is
the
he?
chair.
Because I'm always thinking like, who still buys those magazines? But he is.
Yeah, of course he is.
He's the
he still
guy who
drives the
buys.
Firebird. He's got a fucking he got a new car and had a tape deck installed in it.
I've never bought a porn magazine.
I have. The ones that would have the free DVD attached to it, of course. You gotta get the most.
I used to do those with video games. Remember when they used to have
Hell yeah, the free
free samples of video
you get
games?
to play 30 fucking games.
Yeah,
like 2
dude.
minutes of 50 different.
It
video
was
games.
dope. They don't do that anymore.
You just play Ratchet and Clank, the first level of Ratchet and Clank,
Over
over
and
and
over
over
and
again. Or what? No, not Ratchet and Clank. What's the fucking one? He's like not a kangaroo or a fox. Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash Bandicoot on the sample CD.
Yeah, I remember.
Over and over on PS2, I think it was, or maybe even
the original was on
PlayStation,
PlayStation.
right?
Yeah. What was your first console?
My first console was a Sega Master System. Nope, that's a lie. My first console, I think, was a Nintendo. Everything was hand-me-down shit. Like, we got stuff from friends who, like, moved on to Super Nintendo, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I got a video game console. But I had Nintendo. I had 3 games. I had Paperboy, Tecmo Bowl, and Blades of Steel. And then after that, we got a Sega Master System, and that was the shit. The Sega Master System was essentially competing with the original Nintendo. And when we got that, they had every fucking game that came out for Sega that they gave to us with it. So I had like 40 fucking games. I had the 3D glasses with the gun. Like they had 3D games.
Oh, the GoldenEye gun.
Yeah, it was like Duck Hunt. They had a Duck Hunt style game, but they had Missile Defense 3D. They actually had 3D goggles, and you could play 3D shooting games that were way better than Nintendo, in my opinion. Sega Master System was fucking dope. They had Wonder Boy, which was kind of like Mario, that just never ended. I sat up one night and played like 20 fucking levels in a row with my dad's friend, and it's like, is this game, are we gonna fucking beat this game? I guess not. So, what was yours?
The original PlayStation.
You are young.
And it was my dad's.
That
and
was
I
like
would.
my 4th.
And I remember he had Crash Bandicoot, Resident Evil.
Please tell me you played Twisted Metal 2.
Twisted Metal.
Twisted Metal 2, pound for pound, is one of the best. Like, every era has its pound for pounds. You know, it's like, who's the best boxer ever? Rocky Marciano or Muhammad Ali Rich, I'm really gonna be bummed out if you fuck up that Mexican hat. I know it's like kind of like joke, but that's old, so please don't fucking mess that thing up.
He mixing
You're really fidgeting with it. It's making me nervous.
combining the
You're
two
fidgeting with it way
hats
too much.
looks fantastic.
It does look cool, but I really don't give a fuck how cool it looks. Like that's. Let's just pretend like that's hat's important to me now. We'll just. I'm not. I really. It's
Dude,
making me
you're gonna get a pay downgrade if you don't take that hat off. You're
I
gonna
don't
go
care if
down
he keeps
to
wearing it.
You're
'Cause
gonna
I'm
go
not
from
trying to be an
$50,000 a year to $42,000 a year.
I really like. I don't care.
And you're gonna still have benefits, but you're losing vision. I mean, you're not. I'm not poking your eyes out, but you're losing the vision health care.
As
Yeah.
long as Thatcher still has the vision.
That's cool. We can make fun of my vision all, but when
We weren't
this
making fun of
I
your
know what Rich
vision.
is doing. I listen. You don't know what's going on, but I know what Rich is doing right now. He's mad. So that was a little rib, dude. That was a little jab.
That was
because
a little
of
rib.
text message I sent him because this motherfucker just wants to post the shit on YouTube right away, and I would like to get a few compiled, learn how to edit it a little bit, not have it be exactly what my vision looks like, but somewhat close to that. Yes, I used the word my vision.
Thatcher's
And now
perfect.
he's subtly poking fun at me, and I know what he's doing. And he's mad because I'm mad because he's going to fuck up my grandfather's hat, and then I'm going to be really pissed off. And that's all I'm saying. I don't care if
Thatcher's
he keeps
perfect.
wearing it, but if it gets ruined, I'm just don't fucking ruin
Thatcher's perfect podcast.
Because I'm sitting here.
The reason
and I
he
can
wants
hear
to-
the thing crinkling.
I have heard it
I
too.
can hear it crinkling from where I'm sitting.
Rich, do you want to go down to
And it's-
Mexico and have
it's
to
like-
buy a new hat?
It's like the opposite of ASMR. It's like nails on a chalkboard for me sitting over here every time I hear that thing crunch. So anyway, moving along from the Mexican hat. What were you talking about?
All I want to talk about is Mexican hats now.
All right. Have you ever worn a handmade Mexican hat?
I've worn that.
right from Mexico itself?
Why
Should
was
I give
your?
it back now?
I
Like, now
think-
that I figured out how it works,
Yeah, I think.
how it's not like one hat for two people. It's one hat for one person.
It is.
The way
I don't even know what the fuck he said.
do Mexicans wear two hats per one person?
I don't know. They're
The thing
small.
is, this was never meant to be two hats.
They're small people.
It was always meant to be one hat.
They do combine perfect.
They do.
Rich is coming on camera. You're about to see the producer who was paid $50,000 for this.
This is
show.
what $50,000 a year.
This is what
ladies and gentlemen.
$50,000 a year gets you.
Yeah.
Plus dental, but without you
Yeah.
lost vision.
Just do your vetting. Is all I'm saying. When you fucking not a-
Don't hire guys off of Craigslist.
Yeah. Look. I mean, he did great work.
Have you ever had
Oh
a
my God.
successful Craigslist meetup? I'm getting canceled.
I've never met up with a girl on Craigslist.
Rich, I
and
feel like
then
you're the type of guy who would meet up with a girl on Craigslist.
We definitely,
Almost everything I've ever done happened off Craigslist.
Can we get Rich to talk about some Craigslist biddy stories?
Rich's. Wait, no. I'm.
Oh
thinking-
my god. I actually went on a date with this girl, and not even 30 seconds into the date, she had already confessed to being a heroin addict. And, like, just wanted
yeah,
me
she
to
walked
drive
in with a
her
needle
around.
in her arm.
You know why? Because you fucking found her on Craigslist. All right.
I like how every clip I'm gonna be on now is just me talking shit about heroin addicts.
That's like your go-to material.
That is. That's
It's
what
easy.
happens when you're
it's
an
low,
E.
It's low-hanging fruit when you live on Cape Cod.
It is.
It really is. It's the fucking easiest joke to make. Have you seen any of Hightown?
No.
Yeah.
Have you?
It's all right.
Not as
Just
good as
typical-
Cobra Kai.
Typical over.
Shout out to Cobra Kai.
Go watch Cobra Kai on fucking Netflix.
You
You
fucks.
fucking pussies.
You little bitches.
It's so awesome the way, like, I think it was filmed, like, it came out in 2018 or 17, so they just got in ahead of this really woke movement because the way he talks to those kids.
I know, he's like, you
is
fucking
so unacceptable.
pussies.
Like, it's probably canceled. Like, people probably watch. It's probably not happening this season.
It used to be on Hulu, but Netflix just bought it.
Bought it out. Hopefully they come out with another season. I really like it a lot. Like, everybody, Karate Kid's a cult classic, and if you like Karate Kid, you're not a loser.
We not talking about Rich meeting up with girls on Craigslist?
No, because I'd like to maintain control of my own podcast throughout the duration of it.
I understand. Your I know what you're gonna do with the editing. You're just gonna edit out everyone but you're talking, and it's just gonna it's you with each
I'm
guest,
not that
but it's your
egotistical,
talking.
But there's gotta, dude. I don't. This is what we talked about when we were gonna start it, and then 12 people wanted to sit around and be on the mic, and it was like
That
you
is
can't
true. That was
have that many
wild.
people on the mic. It's fucking chaos.
How do you feel now? Are you happy it finally got it set up?
I am so pumped. We had just fucking said it to you before we sat down. Speaking of Casey Durkin, who you just mentioned earlier, we're at her pool comedians getting canceled in pools comedy show last night.
I think that's what it was called.
Comedians in pools getting canceled is what it was called. But there were a lot of good comedians on the lineup. It was a fun time. I got little sleep. Drove back here.
You did?
Yeah. We're not going. I know what you're doing now. You're trying to bait me into not telling any of these stories.
I'm just kidding.
It was a long night. And so, little sleep. Got back here, barely took a nap. Then Sam came over around 5 or so. And then fucking, I hear somebody creeping. Who's in the back door?
Rich, this is what your paycheck is for.
Rich, you're on security detail. Get rid of him.
Rich, go fuck some people up.
Anyway,
Go find Thatcher's aunt in the bathroom.
Yeah, go fuck her. Go kick down the door and just be like,
hey,
bitch, what are you doing? Put her head in the toilet seat and start slamming it.
You see the fucking on-air sign, lady? No, there's no on-air sign.
There's still shit in the toilet and you're slamming her head.
All right. Anyhow, to speak to your question, being on little sleep and being pretty fucking exhausted. As soon as we started setting this thing up, I turned into a little kid and was like, "All right, cool. You need ice? Everybody good?"
He did start fucking the couch and talking about Legos.
Yep. Sucking my thumb. I started crying when things didn't go right.
Where's my blankie?
Yeah. I do that. I'm like, this doesn't fucking work the way I want it to. The fucking mirroring on my computer. Nothing works right when I plug it in.
Dude, whenever I'm over your house, none of your electronics ever work.
Something always, it's crazy. I'm like cursed when it comes to...
You are right. Every time I'm over here, your electronics fuck up.
It's new equipment too sometimes that I'll plug in and it just doesn't work right. The fucking mixer. There's always something. I just have this weird curse that hangs over me that everything I do has to be a struggle. Because, I don't know if that's meant to, make me a better person. I don't know if there's some hidden meaning there. You and Rich just connected eyes.
I know,
now you have this,
we're going to have a bet. We're going to
to
have a bet on if this episode is actually recording or not.
Yeah, fucking better be, goddamn.
Who's got 10?
We did that. Our first 3 tries when we really, we were fucking around. We did one with you, Josh Adams, blah, blah, blah. Something always went wrong. It was like, I didn't hit record on the DAT recorder, or we ran out of it. Only recorded for 20 minutes of this hour and 20-minute podcast, and we ran out of memory card space. It was like no memory card space, not enough camera battery. Then the fucking we were doing it with Irish, and I forgot to plug my computer, and my fucking computer died.
You ever
had to reboot OBS or OSB or whatever the fuck the program is? I don't know.
You ever see the movie Fault in Our Stars? About the kids with cancer.
Oh no, you're gonna say some horrible fucking
No, I'm not.
horribly offensive
It's
joke.
not
I
that
just know
offensive.
your brain, dude. You're so on your way.
It's not
right
that
down.
offensive.
I watched you hit the blinker. You turned down that road. You're like, we're doing this.
So it's about these kids with cancer, and the one kid. It's not that offensive. Everyone's gonna. This one kid always has a cigarette in his hand, but he doesn't smoke it. He just always has it in his hand because he's like, I want to feel cool, but I don't want, like, and I feel like that's what you are with that bowl right now.
It's so funny because as you're saying that, and I'm listening, I'm like, I'm about to hit this bowl. I've been holding it
It's
for
not
2
that
hours.
See, it wasn't that offensive.
We have a, it doesn't make sense. Like, when you hear me say it, you're like, yeah, that's what people do with microphones. But when we were kids, DJ Clue used to talk over the beat all the time. He'd be like, Clue, 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 DJ Clue.
Yeah.
Always over all his
You know
songs.
what this generation's
And-
DJ Clue is? DJ Khaled.
Yeah, exactly. But when you're holding the bowl and you're talking and you're not hitting it and passing it to other people, we'd be like, dude, he's holding the mic. Or he's talking over the mic. Or you're like, which doesn't make sense because it's like, but it's whenever it was said the first time it was said that way, and we always used to say that. That's the analogy. Fucking DJ Clue over here talking over the fucking mic.
So why aren't you drinking tonight?
Because I had enough last night to hold me over for the next few.
So we were going to talk about a questionnaire I got.
You want to talk about that questionnaire, and I'm glad you brought it up because I wanted to talk about it. Because I briefly, you
You
okay.
should intro this.
I'm going to intro this thing. So, where's my phone? Sam, Buck, we have a group message with a bunch of our Cape comedians and a couple of off-Cape comedians. And it's a pretty funny feed. Let's get back to it.
I love that.
Okay, all of a sudden, this is the first thing that popped up that day, by the way. And it just says, this girl is actually crazy, laugh face, laugh face, laugh face. She just sent me this. And then we get...
Don't use the real name because it's a very uncommon name.
Or just bleep it out in post. I'm just kidding. When we get good at editing, I'm just going to say shit like that and we'll actually do it because we'll know how to do
Dude,
it.
Rich has to be paid
Listen.
$75,000 at
Wait.
least to be bleeping out people's names.
I just really like saying...
It's just not worth the time for this guy's vision.
I really like... I saw that wink. I saw the wink. It's cool. I saw him wink at you. So, what was I saying? I really just like saying we'll edit that out in post. It's one of my favorite things. It just sounds so professional and production talk like.
You know it's professional when they call it production talk, like.
Exactly. Sam knows. All right. So,
Wink at me again, baby.
here's the questionnaire that, and by the way, we have no frame of reference. Let's go back real quick. It says, this girl is actually crazy, laugh face, laugh face, laugh face. She just sent me this. So this is the only frame of reference we have. Name, question mark. And there's a red asterisk above it. This is a legit questionnaire. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's like a pink
Oh yeah, this
background
is
behind it.
100% real. This is not
Is
a
this
bit.
an app that you...
No, this girl went out of her way to create
She created this.
She created this just for whatever weird
Wow. Okay.
purpose she wanted.
So you'll find out. I think it's revealed in question 5. I don't know. Let's see where there's like 10 questions. So stay with us, people. Name. We don't know yet. How would you rate? And by the way, if you knew this person, why is the first question name? That's what I want to know.
I want to know too. I think 'cause she wants to
Make sure that you remember her name.
No, she wants me to write down my name. She's like, "Oh, this is Sam who filled out this questionnaire."
How many? All right, wait. We gotta. I don't want to. I don't want to give away the big reveal. But like, how many people is she sending?
Only
this
4,
questionnaire?
motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Only
So like,
4?
do you need the like? What does she file them alphabetically and shit? That's why you got to put your name in.
That's what I'm.
This is crazy.
That's what
All right,
I'm
let's get to
saying.
it. How would you rate the experience overall? What experience is that? How physically attractive is Jessica?
Oh, good name choice.
All right. So we're 3 questions in. I feel like they're out of order though.
They might
No,
be.
like-
They might be out of order.
No. Okay, did you send them out? No, because name is the first question, dude. Oh,
So-
wait, no, because I see something above it, too. So maybe they're at a... Anyway, okay. Do you think Jessica enjoyed it? Enjoyed what, Jessica? Do you think Jessica had an orgasm? Sam, what were you doing with Jessica?
We're playing Scrabble.
Is that what you call it? Jessica's head game, question mark. So you got a blowjob. Nice.
No, this is what she sends out to everyone.
Did you get a blowjob?
A gentleman never tells.
She sent the question. I feel like she would just she like handcrafted this thing. She could have just left that one out. That's okay, dude. You got a blowy. What was your answer? 0 to 10.
I didn't fill this shit out.
Oh my god, dude. This poor girl.
She's
She
still
must
waiting.
feel so insulted.
She's still waiting.
This is her. She's this insecure that she has to send this out and you didn't fucking fill it out. That's awesome. That must be fucking with her head so bad.
I literally, when she sent it, the first thing I said is, "Who do you think is filling this out?" Honestly,
Oh my god.
that's what I said.
I would have just answered like in order each one at a time. I was thinking about this morning. I would have answered them one at a time. This is the craziest shit that anyone or something along those lines. All right, there's still more. What is Jessica's best asset? What is Jessica's best asset, Sam?
She's funny as fuck.
You fucking cock. She wants to know titties, ass, legs, lips, eyes. You said she's really
I didn't fill this shit out.
You comedian cuck. Did you say her sense of humor?
No. I think she has a nice. She has a nice ass. She has a nice ass. But I think
You don't have to give me the answer the girl
she has a
wants
nice.
to hear.
She has a nice ass. But like, I'm not filling this out. And also, I like a girl who's mean to me. And that's her best asset is she's mean as fuck. And it's like, but you can't be mean as fuck and sending out questionnaires because then I just know you're phony.
That's such a well thought out answer for a questionnaire you're not answering. I love that.
I've been thinking about
You
this a
should've
lot.
Oh,
This
man.
questionnaire because
That's
it blew my
adorable.
mind that someone would
You're answering
actually.
it in your head too. And
Yo,
and
fucking
the answer
hit!
wasn't ass or titties. I'm still blown
You
away.
still haven't hit that bowl, you dumb son of a bitch.
I really haven't. I thought I did. Go fuck yourself, Sam Buck, and you guys too. Not really.
I like on the second episode, he's like, "Hey, fucks, don't even watch or listen."
I might promote it that way.
Hey, fucks.
No, it's the classic reverse psychology. Like, do not open this box. People are gonna open that box.
That's why laws don't work. The 10 Commandments, that's all I do every day.
It's the same thing.
I look at my neighbor's cow every day and I'm like, I want that fucking cow. Even though that's one of the 10 Commandments and I know I'm not supposed to do it.
No, but it goes back to how we started this episode when you were talking about your friends like telling you to do you get resistant to someone suggesting that you do something. So it's like that same thing. It's that resistance.
I've always wanted.
Which I half forgot what we were talking about, so I hope I kind of made the point I wanted to make.
I've always wanted to be
All right.
on Woody Two Shoes. This is my favorite podcast.
This is gonna.
Do you
be
know where I listen to it? I listen to it on Apple. I listen to it on Spotify.
It's
and
gonna
I-
be on YouTube,
I listen
and
to
then
it on YouTube.
I think I guess it'll be on everywhere that you can find.
That first episode with Irish O'Neil and Ani Moosh, fantastic.
What are you doing right now?
Trying to help you.
I don't. Yeah.
You look like you need help.
No, we
I'm
just
just-
smoked weed, and I was about to read the next thing. You started plugging everybody all of a sudden. This isn't a plug show. This is a hang. We plug at the beginning. We plug at the end. That'll be the thing.
Go back to Jessica's questionnaire.
I don't need you just fucking arbitrarily throwing out plugs everywhere, you sneaky bastard. Nobody's even watching the goddamn thing.
Dude,
You
I'm
fucking-
like an apartment building built in
You're like,
2020.
you
I got
needed help.
plugs
All of a
everywhere.
sudden, you were looking at your phone and you looked like you were struggling, and then there was dead air, and I thought I should have said something.
No,
and I
I'm just
didn't
saying
know
your
what to say."
face looks like you
Your
need
face looks
help.
like you need to shut the fuck up.
You look
What
like you
is
look.
Jessica's? Oh wait.
You
What
look
is Jessica's worst asset?
this questionnaire? Sending out questionnaires.
There you go. How would you rate Jessica's personality, Sam?
2 after this questionnaire.
Before the questionnaire. Like,
Before the questionnaire, honestly, probably like a 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would I'd be like, whoa, like big red flag here.
Yeah.
It's actually a big pink flag. All right. How good of a kisser is Jessica?
She licked my nose.
I got a detailed question on that. Whenever you're ready.
What's the detailed question?
She licked your fucking nose.
Did she like a dog, like tongue in nostril? Did she get some tongue in nostril, or was she?
What the fuck did you do? Oh my god. Of course she licked your nose. She sends questionnaires after sex. Oh my god.
When we were kissing, and I was like, "Oh, this girl's using a lot of tongue," and then I was like, "Oh, this tongue's moving up," and then she was blinked, and she like.
So like, did she start like under your upper lip, and then like was she digging up in here for fucking?
Dude, I think she eats ass.
Yeah, this girl's a gangster.
She might. She might.
Oh, she's not.
Holy fucking shit.
Oh my god.
That's how you fucking get episode 2 flying with a. We just fucking poured gasoline on that rocket fuel. I think that might get clipped out and go on some fucking subreddit.
Perfect. The licking nose subreddit.
Dude,
Dude, if you like
Sam,
tongues up your
if
nostrils,
that
then we
is
got
not
a
the
clip for
perfect
you.
promo clip for this video, I don't know what the
It
fuck
is.
else. I don't know what we're gonna use. That's gonna be
Dude,
better
girls
than
out
that right
there, you find me on Instagram at SamCBuck. Stick your tongue up my nostril.
And dude, can I show this to the camera? Because I don't think that shows her name.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When we get better technology in editing, but right now, fuck my vision, right?
He's so upset about the word
I'm just
vision
kidding.
now.
I'm just
Dude, Rich, you ruined the word
I can play the
vision.
game too. I don't know if you guys can see that.
You know what's easier to do is to just screenshot that to your editor, producer,
I could.
and add that clip in.
I know
Instead
I
of
can.
fucking
All right, I
trying
know I
to
could.
get it to focus.
I was just making a fucking joke, all right? We're having a vision thing's gonna clearly be an inside running joke for the rest of the history of this fucking podcast, which is gonna be great. You need silly, stupid things like that, right?
Yes.
Excuse
Why
me.
do you walk around like a Chinese tourist?
He's just he's fidgety. He's making he's producing. That is a great. That camera is lent to me. It's fucking amazing. I like lucked out that I.
What are you
have-
giving up for Lent?
I couldn't think of anything witty. I was trying.
Clip it. That's a promo.
I was trying so hard to think of something. You even didn't notice how
like next year, brother.
I don't even know what it is.
You notice how he even fucking took a sip of the iced tea to try to like kill a couple seconds while I tried to think of something, and I still couldn't do it.
Star Wars.
That's what you're giving up?
I mean, I don't like Star Wars.
Yeah, I know you guys make fun of me for my Star Wars.
Yeah, you have Star.
Those are cool though. That's not like a fucking cartoony. It's not like a kid's poster. They're framed.
Rich.
Things you can't see right
Rich.
Exactly.
Whisper
fucking-
they're not into the microphone. Oh, sorry, you weren't supposed to hear that.
I didn't. Good job. You fucking nailed it, Sam. Good job. Rich, how are we doing on time? How deep are we into this bitch?
About 6.5 inches.
Yeah,
Dude.
exactly. Well, 50 minutes.
50 minutes? Perfect. Sam.
We're giving construction measurements.
All right, I don't know if we're going to do the last segment because we're having too much fun to fucking ruin this momentum with that stupid game. So, and plus I don't think it works with just two
Yeah, you
people.
should never actually do that again.
I'm gonna take that advice.
Do what again?
We played Cards Against Humanity with Irish and
And it
Ani.
wasn't good.
It was. I mean, it was fun, but it's probably not that entertaining. And to
He
really,
should come up with real questions to ask his guests.
I fucking love Rich, dude. I love it. All right.
Who needs real
He's right.
questions when you
He's
got
right.
Mexican hats?
Yeah, when Sam Buck comes and asks you all the questions.
No, this is great. But we are doing.
I'm a
this.
professional, motherfucker.
This is gonna be a segment. It's stupid, and we're doing it every week because I don't care because it's silly. Show me your keys. I don't know. I thought this might be interesting. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? All right.
Those aren't his.
Name them. Now you got to tell me what. You got to tell me what they are.
Guys, this is
I'm
gonna
just-
be. If you want to see,
What this
if
is-
you want to see me do stand up, I do it all around New England. This is a perfect example of how funny I am. This gets me into my apartment building. This
what
gets
is that,
me into
scan?
my
Wait,
gym.
no, you don't just get this. You gotta scan the apartment. That's not even a key. How does that?
Yeah, it lets me into the building.
All right. See, we're having conversations about things.
Dude,
now.
this is killer. This is
I
from
don't
my.
appreciate your sarcasm, by the way. Okay.
I don't mean to
You-
fuck with your
you got-
vision.
You gotta fucking try things.
This guy's
Sometimes
blind.
they don't work. Same thing with stand-up.
I'm the Stevie Wonder of podcasts. I
go
got
on-
no vision.
You go on stage. You fucking try things. You bomb. They suck. You're like, I won't do the key fucking segment anymore, right? Like, whatever. But we're in it already. So show me your fucking keys.
This is how I
goddammit.
get into my gym.
Of course it is. That's a gym.
This is
membership,
how I get into
obviously.
my grandmother's house.
Can I just interrupt really quickly? My goal is I think I'm gonna like catch a pedophile one of these days because he'd be like this. Oh wait, never mind. I'm like, wait, what about that key? And they're gonna be like, oh no, never mind. Just ignore that key.
Who
And I'm like,
keeps their kid fuck key on their car key chain?
some
You gotta
people-
keep that in a
some
different
people they
keychain.
just get lost in routine and they get complacent.
Grandma's house, dad's house, my apartment.
Grandma's dad's house.
This is actually for my bike rack on the back of my car,
All right.
so I can lock my bike up.
How often do you use that key?
Pretty good amount.
How many times a week does that key come?
When my car's not in the shop, 2-3 times a week.
Nice. So you're riding your bike 2-3 times a week.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting at with that. I mean, I think you guys already dig it.
This is to get into my
Next.
storage unit.
You have a storage unit.
I
That's
do.
interesting. Now, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Why do you have a storage unit, Sam?
To keep
What
kids
child
in
are you
that
keeping inside there?
There's children.
You fuck.
I
you
fuck-
what
I
what
fuck-
child are you fucking in
I
there?
I fuck children in storage units using this key.
Oh, that's disgusting. Well, they get. Anyway, all right, no, but what's? Yeah, we might edit that. and I'm never gonna edit my podcast. And then we start talking about fucking kids in storage units. Like, I don't know.
You're the one who wanted to do this stupid bit.
We'll edit that out in post. Call back. All right, what's in your storage unit?
That was another callback.
Yeah, fucking
It's
killing
my
it
mom
with the
and
callbacks.
my skis are in there.
What kind of skis you got?
Oh, what type of skis do I have? I haven't skied in. Actually, interesting topic change. I haven't skied in 3 years. I used to ski every single day, but I haven't gone in 3 years.
Every single day?
Every single day. I live 10 minutes away from Wachusett Mountain, so I'd go every single day after school.
All right. Well, you said every single day, and I was like, Sam Buck might be able to fuck with. Not many people can fuck with me on a mountain.
I'm a pretty good skier.
I am insane. Like, you might be a little better than me, but I'll just tell
No,
you.
I think you're probably better than me because I haven't done it in 3 years, but I was a good skier.
But then you said Wachusett, and I was like, oh.
That's not a good I'm sorry, Wachusett. It's a great, but
Sorry,
it's
Wachusett, you are a fucking fantastic family mountain.
but it's not.
But people
like,
want to ski, not stand in line.
And but also for the avid skier, there's one quick steep little thing
and that's
that
it.
runs 30 seconds long.
It's fun.
I skied it backwards when I was in my prime.
It's fun.
Yes, but like once you're really into for me, from my opinion, like when you're really into skiing, you're gonna drive the 3 hours to go.
You ever go to
Hampshire,
Crotchet?
Vermont. Where?
Crotchet Mountain in New Hampshire.
No, we were Stratton, like hardcore Stratton goers.
I've been to
because
Stratton.
We like to get into the glades because we watch the videos of dudes skiing out west through the woods and in the powder, and we're like, we want to get some pow, dude. Really?
You were
it's
catching
just-
powder last night.
No, it wasn't.
Sorry. Edit that out.
Yeah.
Edit that out in
That's
post.
the one thing we won't talk about. Like, I
You
did
were
a little,
skiing. You
I
were
did a little
skiing.
cocaine last night.
Edit it out in
We're
post.
not at. It's fine. I'm an adult. I can do cocaine once in a while.
No, you have a
responsibly.
business.
It's
You should
fine.
not talk about this.
Nobody knows I have a business, Sam, but now they do. I'm sure we could keep those two things separate also. But
You coulda
Sam's
just-
gonna go ahead and we'll let all the laundry out on episode 2. Bam.
SEC investigation.
Yep.
Trump is shutting down
did-
Woody Two Shoes.
I did a little bit of cocaine, and that's kind of why we weren't gonna go into the why I stayed up all night last night story, and then fucking now we're there. I stayed up all night because I did a little bit of cocaine and I got a little bit of sleep.
So you like to ski powder?
No. Not really.
You like to snort
I
it.
do. I've done coke less than.
No, I'm
Double
talking about
digits
skiing. I'm trying to
in
get
my
us
life.
off the drug subject.
Well,
Hey.
you're sarcastic ass. I can never tell what the fuck you mean.
I don't do-
like one way or another. So I get okay. Yes, I do. I've never really skied true powder. We haven't skied out west. Me and my buddies, like my skiing buddies, talk about. Oh, they're not just my skiing buddies. It's my friends. We all just do everything. We talk about skiing out west all the time. We've never done it. We're gonna fucking do it at some point. Book that trip either this winter or next winter. It's gonna happen.
Have you ever seen sand skiing? That looks dope. Or sand sledding, like out in the
That looks
Sahara,
cool
where
as
they,
shit.
yeah.
But also, for me, it's just I need that sustained adrenaline. The quick little adrenaline boost is just not enough for me. It's got to be. I have to be on like the verge of life and death when I'm skiing, where I'm like when you're like in control but not. You're right at the edge of losing control at every moment down that hill, and that's.
Do you do moguls?
No. I can ski them, but I can't just go down and pick that line and make my knees bounce the way those guys do. Like, I always end up hitting that bump too hard, sliding up, Those guys can find that line and just hit it, and it's wild to watch because their knees just wiggle and bounce and it's just all about lifting. You're really just lifting your legs, and it's a timing thing. And you got to trust that when you're at the end of that run, there's enough room for you to stop. And that's kind of always been my thing is the mountain's going to flatten out at some point.
Yeah, it is.
So you could go 200 miles an hour. As long as you don't fucking face plant, you're going to be able to stop at some point down the hill. And so I would always just push the envelope a little harder, a little harder, a little harder. And then one year we went like 6 days in a row. And I was going fucking crazy.
Isn't it?
And I almost killed myself.
That's not good.
Not like, I mean, that's an exaggeration, like hyperbole. But I did very irresponsible thing, like one of the, crazy shit. But
It's
hey,
crazy.
skiing's a blast.
Yeah. It's crazy how Daniel's new pupils learned how to settle their differences.
Yeah. Because he teaches them that passive shit, whereas Cobra Kai is just no mercy.
While
first.
Johnny enjoys a road trip with old pals.
It's really...
Dude, Kreese undermined him at the dojo.
You saw that coming. As soon as he showed up that first day, you're like, this motherfucker's gonna start seeding doubt.
I was just reading the episode description. Hey, watch Cobra Kai on Netflix.
I'm like, wow, Sam was really paying attention to that last episode. He really is into this fucking show. Damn.
Oh.
I think we're killing it. We got skiing subreddits. Now that
We
Sam's
got
told me. Told me about subreddits, I'm gonna be obsessed for the next like 4 podcast episodes.
We
about
got
subreddit.
Coke
clips.
subreddit.
We got Coke subreddit.
We
We got skiing subreddit.
We got nose licking.
Yeah.
Questionnaire subreddit.
We got a Reddit subreddit. That might just cause like a weird vortex in the Reddit system.
It's
Crash the
weird
whole-
being the
Can
only
you have
person.
a subreddit about Reddit? Is there a subreddit? A Reddit?
Yeah, there is.
That's deep. That's like some fractal geometry.
There
shit,
should be a
dude.
subreddit about the Reddit subreddit.
Yeah. We're
It's weird being at a party and being the only one not on drugs. Going back, you know what I mean?
What are
Like,
you talking about? You're high as fuck, dude. Smoking weed,
that doesn't count.
drinking booze.
I drank
Popping
3 Bud Light
pills.
seltzers. I've never popped pills in my life.
Dude, you were Xanny barred up.
I've never. Are
You were
you
like,
kidding
I don't
me?
even know what a Xanny bar looks like. I don't know what anyone on a Xanny bar would look like.
I know. But it is funny being around people on drugs when you're not. But I was smoking, and then being like, no one else was
Did
smoking.
I seem like any different from how you know me?
You seemed like you had just gotten in an argument with someone in that day, but not different. Just you were a little bit hopped up. You know, like when you get in an
Hopped up is
argument with someone, you
yeah.
kind of like,
Either energy is just a little more,
yeah.
but how I was talking.
No, I didn't notice it that much.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, cool. So I like.
You weren't
Hey, dude,
fucking.
dude, the thing about politics.
You weren't Justin.
Don't fucking
Justin
start name
Timberlake.
dropping.
Justin Timberlake.
All right, good. Yeah. Because you were about to, dude. I fucking saw it.
Justin
The twinkle in your
Timberlake.
eye. You wanted to name drop so hard. You fucking. I gotta keep my eye on you, dude. You're fucking killing me here, Sam. But that, honestly, this is great because I said, aside from calling people out and doing crazy shit like that, I said, like, I'm not editing it. If we say stupid shit or someone steps in it, I'm gonna hold myself accountable if I say some dumb shit and step in it. So
Go punch him in the nuts.
nothing is getting edited. Why would you suggest that? How?
Because if we aren't editing something, that would just be a good promo video for the punch in the nuts subreddit.
That was a literal 1 hour tangerine. Clementine.
The 1 hour Clementine? Now I like that.
60 minutes orangeade.
That's the 1 hour Clementine. All right, cool. I like it.
How long are your podcasts going to be?
I'm gonna keep them under like less hour and a half max. I would say I want to try to keep them between an hour and 15 and an hour and a half, because we don't need to go 3 hours deep. No one's watching to start really anyway.
That's rude.
So then I gotta go watch 3 hours of my.
People that are watching are sad face.
Yeah, but
I
I mean,
want more. I'm
then
a
every
big
time-
fan of Bucked Up.
Every time Rich and I go to edit the fucking thing, we got to go through 3 hours of content to remember what point that we said the nose licking shit.
So
You know what's
I
crazy?
want to make it.
That's just part of it, though. You can't
I-
just look at it like
I
that.
just had.
No, I'm not looking at that. I just thought of that in this very moment. But really, I said this from jump is I want to create, you get a following, you get people to start watching, you generate some interest, and then once people actually give a fuck, then they'll want you to go longer. Like when I watch a Rogan podcast that I get really into, and then they're like, "Oh shit, it's been 3 hours already, dude. We went 3 hours. We got to wrap it up." Sometimes I'm like, "Fuck it, keep going, dude."
Can we actually? I do want to. You. So it's weird. I have 12 hours of podcasting out now. I released my 12th episode this week, and the day before I recorded my first episode. Do you remember this? We were at a mic on Cape.
Yep.
We're not naming any names.
Nope.
And people wanted me to not do my podcast because I'm not going to give reasons,
Yeah.
but people were like, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
That was 3 months ago. People literally were like, you shouldn't do it for the stupidest reason.
Mm-hmm.
I am now 3 months in, and I just got 5,000 listeners. And you were the one person that night that was like, don't listen to, like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And it was like, I agree.
The stupidest thing
but you were the only person saying that, and it was so weird. And now 3 months later I got 5,000 views, but not, it shows that like you have a vision, but you just can't quit.
Yeah.
You can't listen to the haters.
No.
Let the haters be your motivators.
It's just people's insecurities that they project onto you.
Wasn't that wild though? You were there that night.
Yeah, and I could feel it, and I was like, "Wow."
Well, who said that shit?
No, it's
Don't
it's
fuck with
crazy
my
'cause
vision.
inside this community, we have a lot of people who like to think that they're supportive, and they are, but sometimes it's to a certain extent, and they don't even realize that they're not being, like, they don't understand what they're doing.
No, there was no malevolence
Yeah,
in what
there
they were
was
doing.
nothing malicious
Nothing.
about it.
Nothing.
They just weren't self-aware enough to realize that what they're saying is very discouraging to you, and that's not what you want to do the day before someone's going into something and kind of maybe having apprehensions,
Exactly,
or just being
yeah.
nervous about how it's going to look and feel, etc., etc. So regardless of whether here's the other thing, it doesn't even matter. Like, I do believe in what I said when I said it to you, but at the
Yeah.
that same token, even if you don't believe it, why not just be fucking supportive?
It was.
And put more of a positive vibe out to a friend. Like, your friend is talking about doing a thing that he's passionate about. Be like, all right, dude, like, give him an attaboy, as opposed to like, I don't know about this, that, and all these other things that are really just things that you would be concerned about had you been in this person's shoes, but you're not. So it should not be your concern. So stop projecting your insecurities. It's the same thing when people have like an invention they want to do, and they got their friends, and really your friends and family are the ones who are the hardest ones to convince, because they're not the ones doing it. But anyone else that's out there doing it, if you were to tell that to anybody else that was doing a podcast currently, they'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Do that shit, because they're doing it. You just have to do it. And that's what I believe. And I know my biggest weakness is getting distracted and moving on to another thing that interests me, because there's so many billion things that run through my head.
But what you have to realize, I don't.
So to what you said, just real quick, yeah, I want to make sure that I keep doing it. Now that we've started and have done it, I want to just keep doing it, because I'm watching you do it, and I respect that drive, dude. I respect that hustle, and I watch it from afar, and it's great to see. And I had no clue about the subreddits, and you posted the Lloyd post, which got over 2,000 views.
We just passed 3,500 views.
That's awesome.
Literally 2-3 days ago on that clip. It's still getting more
Which,
views.
if you guys want to check out the clip I'm referencing, it's Lloyd Legacy Sharp on Sam's podcast talking about turning down a $2 million rap deal.
Yeah, it's under Bucked Up Clips.
It's interesting, and how kind of the rap industry, or not the rap industry, but
The music
the
industry.
music industry and like music companies,
How
and
they
labels will try
fuck
to
over rappers.
basically groom images
Yeah.
for certain people.
But just keep doing it. Haters are your motivators.
Yeah, and it's gonna be your friends and family early on, and then when you get a following, they'll come around. It's crazy because
Yeah.
I've seen it in so many different ways, and you hear people talk about it all the time.
I don't let my family see me do stand-up, but the first real show I ever did, I did let my family see because I wanted them to know that I was serious. They saw me, they were like, oh, he knows what he's doing. And then they don't have to see me after that, but now they like believe in me a little bit, so it's kind of like, all right, he's on a path. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. Almost to a fault, my family is like too supportive.
That can be a problem
Because
too.
anything that I get interested in, they'll just back it. My aunt will start buying me books for Christmas about that topic.
Yeah.
Everyone's just like
Oh,
all
we
in
were-
because they believe in me, and they're like, I know that you can do anything if you put your mind to it because you're our Thatcher. And sometimes that can be.
This is actually what I was just saying. I forgot the point, but I wanted to bring it back. About focusing on one thing. Like, I'm just like you. Like, there's 1,000 things I want to do. I want to be a chef. I want to be a baseball player. Like, my whole life, I want to be a professional video. Like, but I realize that that's not how the world works, and I really do. This is gonna sound dumb, but I know I'm fucking 23 years old. Whatever. I do believe in reincarnation in the way that if I just focus my life 100% on one thing, that when I die, I'm going to come back in the next life and I'll focus myself 100% on the next thing. My next life, I can be a chef.
When you come back, you'll be like Matthew Broderick or whatever in that movie. You'll somehow remember that he had this previous life, and you'll make sure to check that off.
You don't
the
even,
box.
but it's like, oh,
I'm
I'll know the
teasing.
but it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I know that I already filled out the comedy thing, so let me just be a chef. Like, I would love
How are
to
you
do
going to
that.
know that when you get reincarnated? How are you going to be able to check that
Because
box off?
I lived my life to the fullest, and if you live your life trying to become your best self, then you're not going to go take a step back in the reincarnation cycle. You're going to take a step forward.
You're just saying it a sure.
You're on an
I don't know what
upward trajectory.
Yeah, I don't know what the word
It's
is.
an upward trajectory
but, like,
until you give up.
Your energy is still this, even though you get reincarnated. It's still the same energy. In
I
a sense.
I don't remember anything from see, I don't know if I fully believe this, but I
Like
don't
a
remember
DNA
anything.
thing.
But I do believe that I have prior knowledge, and that's what gives me my drive and success. I don't know what that prior knowledge is in or from, but there's a reason that I'm more driven than other people.
It's knowing knowing what pussy tasted like before you ever tasted it because you had dreams about it. And
I think
have
you
this-
should explain that before you just
And
say
I
it.
will explain that because I had this realization a few months ago about DNA and how information is just encoded in
You
our
should ask your
fucking
mom
DNA.
if you came out with your tongue out.
I'm just saying, I had dreams about making out with girls, where I have nothing to base this off of. I have no life experience to base this off of whatsoever. Yet when I experience it in real life, it is like verbatim identical for how it was when I experienced it in my dream. And my only explanation for that is just those life experiences are just passed down and encoded in your DNA. It's this. Why does fucking salmon know to just flock upstream? So I'm actually now kind of agreeing with your point that when you get reincarnated, that energy from your past life is somehow encoded in you, that you've already done this, and so you're not going to be predisposed or whatever to do it all over again.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like matter doesn't get created or
There's-
destroyed.
the scary bullshit
But what
thing
about
some people
consciousness?
believe. Sorry, I interrupted. which
No,
I do
good.
a
That
lot.
was
no.
all I
You
had to
go.
say. All I had to say is that they say matter can't be created or destroyed.
No, energy can't be created or destroyed.
Same
it can
thing.
be it can only be transferred.
But what about fucking consciousness? That's an energy. That's a thing. So if it can't be destroyed, then what happens when you die? It gets transferred into another being because
You could, yeah, that's one thought on it.
that's how I always thought about it. That's one thought on it. Yeah, it is. That's how, I don't know. I would
That's
always,
one way to think about
you
it.
know what I mean? It's like, I do believe, like,
But yeah, your consciousness is different when you
that's
fall
why
asleep,
ugly
so
people
it
were
may not-
real. Ugly people were really shitty in past lives. That's all I'm trying to say. If you're ugly, you definitely like maybe like raped someone in a past life or like
Yeah,
maybe
that's bullshit that-
murdered. Like that's why you're so ugly.
Yeah.
Like Rich definitely did some fucked up shit in a past life.
Are you calling Rich ugly? Rich is a handsome dude.
I did fucked up shit this life.
Yeah. And
Dude,
listen,
next life you're coming back
and Rich
looking like
fucks. You
Thatcher.
don't even. I don't know if you know this, but episode 1 is called Rich Fucks.
Dude, you're gonna come back looking like a girl Thatcher hooks up with.
What is that?
Nobody.
Yeah, what? Nobody gets that reference though.
I was saying that he's gonna come back as an ugly person. He's gonna come back as a girl that Thatcher hooks up with.
Ugly chicks.
Yeah,
Saying I hook up
that
with
was the
ugly
joke.
chicks.
That was the joke.
Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch 'em all.
That's right. Fill your Where do you put the Pokemon?
Pokedex.
Where
A
po-
Pokedex.
How many Pokemon can fit in a Pokedex?
All of them. There's like 500 something.
It's an expanding Pokedex.
An expanding Pokedex. How many books can fit in an iPad? Riddle me that.
Let me see. Rich, grab that stack of books over there, and we'll start trying to close them inside my.
We got 15 minutes left. Do you really want to do that?
There's no time frame on this.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, you aren't getting paid by
Yeah,
the
there's no
hour. You're on
time
a
frame.
salary.
Yeah.
$50,000 a
Yeah,
year plus
motherfucker,
health
you were fucking
insurance.
4 hours late. You were gonna stay here too.
Excuse
Sam
me.
showed up at like 5:30.
I showed
6
up
o'clock.
at 6
I was
o'clock.
like, all right, I'm thinking, well, Rich will probably be here a little soon, and he's like, just finishing up dinner now. Whatever. Nobody gives. We don't give
He
a
shows
shit.
up at 8:45.
There is no on time or late, unless it was like 11 o'clock, and it's like, Jesus Christ, Rich, what the fuck were you doing? I thought we said 5.
He was just outside. He got here at
He's
7.
eating ramen in his truck.
He has a little hot plate in his
Yeah.
trunk. He's
He's
cooking.
got this little like clip for his iPhone, so he can watch
He
YouTube
ate
videos.
4 full ramen package.
Yeah, without heating them up, dude, just dry like rice cakes.
And then he snorts the powder.
Fuck yeah, that's how you got to do it. First, it's almost like a tequila shot. You like lick it, then snort it,
You lick it, then stick it, then
then
flick it.
flick it like a
That's-
bean.
That's how you got him to come back. You lick it, then you stick it, then you flick it.
Wouldn't you flick it, then lick it, then stick it?
That's why you're not doing it right. That's
You're
why
like
you're not
doing
Gator,
some
man.
memento
That's why
shit,
you're not
dude. You
Gator.
went straight
That's why you're
backwards.
not Gator. No, I'm telling you, you lick it, then you stick it, and then you flick it.
Okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna like Gator taught me this.
Gator taught you
Gator
this.
taught me this.
Off air, I'll
My
explain.
my inside joke nickname for Sam is Gator. If you
Because I
guys
look
don't
like
know
Will
that,
Ferrell.
because he like is Will Ferrell's character in The Other Guys. When he was in college, his nickname was Gator.
Can I actually tell you, I hate myself a lot of the time, 99% of the time. But where you and Patrick were like, no, he does fuck. It made me feel so good last night. You and Patrick were both trying to convince someone that I do. get laid, and it made me feel good.
It's the truth,
It was
man.
the only time I've ever felt good about myself.
Yeah. Sam showed us pictures of all his college friends, and it's just
I can't stop
Sam
looking
and a
at
bunch
you.
of hot chicks. He's a savage. Looks can be deceiving. He may look like your Jewy lawyer that you would hire that helps you fucking run the club. Dude,
I look like I own
All right.
I look like I run a magic club.
pull up your phone and Google Kleinfeld from Carlito's Way and tell me that's not fucking Sam Buck. When we have the stupid things and we pull up images, we'll just be able to pull up Sam Buck's face next to Kleinfeld. So the next time you're on,
Kleinfeld it is.
we'll have that technology in
Hey,
place.
would you put on the double hat for the rest of the episode?
You want me to put both of those hats on?
You look like a
by the way-
Rob Schneider character.
You can do it. You can do it.
Rich, how many listens is this episode gonna get?
It's gonna get.
Now that we can take Rob Schneider's name and put it right on the front.
The Rob Schneider subreddit.
This is gonna be like
The
Rob
Adam
Schneider
Sandler
subreddit.
movie.
Is there a subreddit? Is there almost a subreddit for like everything?
Yeah, there is.
That's crazy. So we'll have handmade Mexican hats subreddit.
Dude, we got
By the
one.
way, this is a fucking lampshade. This is not a hat. This is a lampshade.
Dude.
Sam's like, "Will you go get me that ninja hat?"
I didn't say
I want
ninja
the
hat. I
ninja
said
hat.
Vietnamese rice field hat.
Yeah,
Let me put it on.
Vietnamese.
Dude, tell me
rice.
I don't look like I worked in a
does,
rice
though.
field.
You look like
You
the
look
dude
like a
from.
lampshade.
Isn't that how we
That's
started
not a
the
lampshade,
episode?
though. Lampshades have to have the top open.
Motherfucker, that's what I'm saying.
There's a thing. The light bulb has a fucking wire that goes around it and arcs above it, and this thing will just rest on that. It's a fucking lampshade, dude. All right, everybody, listeners at home, put in the comments below what you think this item is, and we're gonna fucking give the best comment a prize, but not really. That's a good way to promote your shit, though.
It's a fruit basket.
Like that's how
I'm gatoring right now. I'm real
Are
sorry.
you fucking?
I'm
Are
real
you
sorry.
fucking texting someone in the middle of this episode? Are you
Someone
kidding
sent me a text.
Oh, and
let
I
me
have
read
to
you this-
answer it right now because there's no way. I
Wait,
can
let me
respond
read
10
you this
minutes from now.
text. You can just say you miss seeing me holding stuff.
Okay.
Tell me I'm not supposed to respond to that.
Yeah. Fucking 10 minutes from now when the episode's over.
Dude, we're doing
Sam.
5.5 hours. We're doing Joe Rogan
These
Dunkel
goddamn-
Trust
these
in hours.
goddamn millennials and their fucking.
I'm not a
phones.
millennial. I'm Gen Z.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually a millennial.
I know. You keep making fun of millennials, and I'm like, I'm not. You're the millennial.
I literally just missed the cut. I think 83 is the cutoff year.
You were born in 83.
That's, yeah, if you subtract 37 from 2000.
Do you know what year I was born in?
If you're 22 years old,
23.
you were born in 1997.
Yeah.
Damn.
Rich,
Holy
what year?
shit.
How crazy is that? How?
97.
What did you do in 97?
I was listening to Wu-Tang.
Dude, I was in
97?
seventh grade BMX.
Dude, you
I
were
was
7th
fucking-
grade in 97?
Yeah.
Dude,
14.
this, you were. And I'm just. That's 97.
That was a great act out, Sam.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
that. We needed that. Everybody at home needed that. You fucking killed it. Sam's really in the zone. Sam always brings a slightly higher energy than he usually has for the podcast. You can tell.
I'm a professional podcaster.
You bring it up. You bring the fucking heat, dude.
Dude, I was on my phone in the corner for fucking 2 hours. Get me on the podcast and I'll act out being born. Just.
You look like Jim Carrey coming out of that rhinoceros's ass in fucking Ace Ventura 2.
Don't call my mom a rhinoceros' ass.
I think you just did that.
Whoops.
All right. I think on that note, we should just end this bitch.
When are we
right?
getting in our fist fight?
We'll do that episode 2.
All right.
All right. Tune in next time Sam Buck's on this episode when I beat the fucking shit out of him in my
Dude,
room.
I'm going to rip his dick off and put it in his
You're
mouth.
lanky, though. I'm going to have to, like...
I
might
used
have
to not be lanky.
I might have to go for the takedown. You got some reach on me.
I lost 50 pounds over quarantine. And with that, I host a self-help podcast, Bucked Up. You can get it on Apple, Spotify, YouTube.
I lost
3 children.
I lost 15 pounds over quarantine. No, I lost actually like 19 pounds over quarantine and then gained 5 of it back. But I'm still keeping it.
I don't get why
Under
people say
175.
that. Just say you lost 14 pounds.
No, because I haven't, because I'm on the uptick. So you can't say you lost weight when you're gaining weight.
Then good point.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
fucking
not
great point.
It's
That's what
your
I do.
podcast. I'm not arguing with you.
What? It's a fucking... What do you mean you're not arguing? You're not arguing because it's a fucking great point. All right. This has been a fantastic episode, Sam. Thanks for doing this.
Thank you
This
for
has
having
been great,
me.
and I think we're going to wrap it up on that, dude.
Woody Two Shoes.
Woody Two Shoes.
Get
Peace
it on
out,
Apple,
everybody.
Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your podcast.
I don't need to promote it. If you're fucking live in 2020 and you're not retarded, you'll find
You
my
had me
podcast.
explain to you what Reddit was.
Quality content.
Hey.